I'm Cece. Um, Welcome to my first video blog called Rising to the Top, The Evolution of a Fashion Designer. I am a bridal wear designer and my company is called CC Elaine's Bride Chic. And I have a brand new collection that's coming out in the fall called Curvy Chic or Curvy Chic by CC Elaine, and it's for the plus size bride, or not necessarily the plus size bride. It's really for all curvy girls, and curvy girls in my mind can start as small as a size 8 and go on up from there. I started the collection really because of the larger sized girls. But over the years, my clientele has been, everything from a 0 to a 32. But the curvy girls are the ones that I enjoy designing for the most. I like being able to flatter the figure and enhance those parts of the body that some women tend to camouflage or hide or whatever. But anyway, that's not the purpose of my blog. My blog is, the reason I created it was to hopefully be a tool for other artists or fashion designers in particular, to inspire them to keep going and to be patient and to dream big and to never, ever, ever give up. By no means have I achieved the success of someone such as Vera Wang, but those are my goals, and I'm on that path. And in the picture that you saw at the introduction of the video is a picture of me when I was 3 years old. And I am wearing a dress that my mom designed and made for me when I was a little girl. And at 3, I don't remember really anything else about myself or my life at 3 except that dress. I mean, I held on to that dress for many years after it had become too small or I had become too big, whichever. But it was such a glamorous idea for me, a full length pink satin dress, for a little girl, to me was, the end all be all. And of course, my hair, I have to explain that that was probably in about 1972. So that hairstyle was in at the time. But anyway, I grew up around a lot of women in my family who were dressmakers, like my mom and my grandmother and some of my aunts and cousins and such. So I kind of have been being trained all this time, but not really, in the beginning I didn't really know that's what I wanted to do, but I still was intrigued by it and I enjoyed being around it and I enjoyed dressing up and, all of that. But, um, I just really wanted to share my story with people because, I've talked to different interns and other designers, and, when I tell them that if I wasn't able to design or create, I think I would die. It's like my life. And I know other people feel that way. And I have to achieve and I have to succeed and I have to um, keep doing this, or else I think I'll shrivel up and just, disappear. But, and I know so many other people must feel that way. And, sometimes I think our parents, when you first go off to college and you tell them you want to go to design school, they might think, oh my gosh, can you please just, get a real occupation or a real career or whatever? Because it seems like such a far fetched ideal for the average person to be a success as a fashion designer. And, I've always had a lot of encouragement from my entire family, including my mom and my dad. But when I got ready to go to college and when I told my dad I wanted to go to fashion design school, he put some parameters on it, really, I think, to try to sabotage the whole thing because he wanted me to get a or to go and study something that he thought would be more practical and more lucrative. So, one of the things that he said was that I had to get a scholarship if I wanted to go to school out of state. And at the time, I was a very average high school student, not really in the running for any scholarships or anything. But, I had already made up in my mind at that point that that's what I wanted to do. And so when he told me I had to get a scholarship, I was probably a junior in high school at that time. And boy, did I buckle down, and I did get a scholarship. Now, it wasn't a full scholarship, but it was a scholarship, and that's all he said I had to do. So I did that, and they allowed me to go away to school and study fashion design. Um, I know other people face that with their families and everything, and I'm just here to tell you that in spite of all the obstacles, all of the naysayers, and whatever you encounter, that you still can do it. Another thing that I like to share with people is the fact that I've never had a lot of money. I come from a very average family. We always had everything we needed and a few things that we wanted. We lived in a nice home and all of that, but I never had $150,000 or even $20,000 just to invest into my business. I begged, borrowed, and stole along the way from friends and family. But, I didn't come from money. I didn't have that kind of backing. And, and I'm still, chugging along. And I'm still going to be able to show my collection at market next year or next fall. And, there's a lot of buzz going on about it now, leading up to it. And, for me, that at this point is my ultimate dream. And I'm sure there's something beyond that, but at this point, that's my focus. And I just want to share that journey with you all and hopefully encourage a few people along the way. This is all I'm going to share with you right now because I don't want to just ramble on the whole time. But I just wanted to introduce myself, introduce my mission, and let you guys know that it's perfectly natural, to have ups and downs along the way, and just to stay focused, dream big, and just never give up. And I hope you stay tuned to my next episode, which will be in 2 weeks. And I'm going to start talking about, the beginning, and show you my work from a young child, and how I started out and what it looked like, and how beginner, I guess, or I don't know what to call it, but how, infantile it was back then, and just kind of share that whole evolution with you throughout the process. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this is something that will be meaningful for you, and I'll talk to you later. Peace out.